Hi there once again. Very quick discussion here on the black market, as this is another example of global interactions. The black market is essentially the underground market that avoids taxation and tariffs of official government trade and official government or official exchanges of goods and services. So I guess there's an alarming black market in terms of human trafficking and slaves and sex slaves, um, and that just still boggles my mind. Um, Often, the black market will also include the sale and distribution of illegal drugs. And so let's take Afghanistan for an example. So one of their major cash crops is the opium poppy, which is used for the production of heroin. So it's somewhat problematic, for a number of reasons. The Taliban would protect these opium farmers if they were given some of the profits from the sale of opium. When the coalition of the willing, allied forces went into Afghanistan and tried to erase the Taliban to get the Afghan economy back up, they kind of turned, well, reports suggest that they turned a blind eye to this opium production to allow the Afghan economy to kind of rise again, which is so problematic. But I don't know. I don't know what the answer is there. There's many ethical concerns there, and some of our and sometimes this doesn't always get reported in the media, but some of our fighter ships, these big warships, and the Canadian Navy are often used to intercept drugs coming into our ports, whether it's opium from Afghanistan or cocaine from Colombia or marijuana from Central or Southern America. That's one of the roles our warships have, and I never really thought about that before. Another black market commodity, I suppose, is cigarettes. So cigarettes in Canada are tightly regulated and highly taxed. And it's highly taxed to deter people from smoking. The irony is, though, when you increase taxes, so let's say a 10% increase in cigarette costs will then reduce cigarette sales by 3 to 10%. So the government will look at that and say, wow, we're really reducing the number of smokers here because we've raised the prices. It's deterring people from buying it. But what happens is when there's an increase in prices, people then just go to the black market, which is illegal, and buy their cigarettes there. So although the statistics officially might say that smoking is going down because of a price increase, it's actually not. And the Fraser Institute, which is a think tank, tends to be fairly conservative, says that 27% of all tobacco market in Canada is actually from the black market. So cigarette sales and statistics about cigarette sales might not always be the best indicator of cigarette usage in Canada today. How do you stop the black market? I don't know. And that's such a, in terms of cigarettes, it's such a interesting debate because there is also a revenue stream with the sale of cigarettes that goes into the government. But then, does the harm that cigarettes cost the government more money in healthcare expenditure, or does the government still come up ahead with the revenue stream that cigarettes create? So that's the black market. We could see there'd be a black market for counterfeit goods and stolen goods, in terms of like sports jerseys and such. Very, very interesting. And that would be another example of a global interaction, the black market. Thanks for listening.